There's something in transportation engineering called the fourth power rule. And this is to do with designing roads for big, heavy trucks. So involves a little bit of math, but involves taking a number to the power of 4. So if you have however much force your car exerts on the pavement, you have to like take that to an exponential power of 4. So, I mean, this is another decision that we're going to ship things by road and heavily focus on road shipping instead of putting money into alternative forms of transportation. It's a political system where we have political parties that are funded in large part by corporations that give them millions of dollars overall. And I mean, it's not like any one corporation gives that amount. You'll see 5,000 here, 5,000 there, 2,000, 3,000. So, I mean, you just add those all up. I mean, add up all the little engineering companies, all the little construction companies. There's a consensus behind doing those things. So it's systematic. I mean, if you consider that our political process is how the decisions are undertaken, and then if we consider how we choose our politicians, and then how we fund the process for choosing our politicians, right? So, I mean, it's all interrelated. So, I asked the deputy premier about this myself. We were in a debate together at the recent election. I asked him, like, why don't you change the system? And he felt that they want the voices of industry to have input when they are making capital spending decisions. I mean, I couldn't believe that this was his response, essentially, and that he felt that was representing also the workers of the company. Well, I mean, we all know that's not true. I mean, nobody's boss represents them at the ballot box. We should not privatize essential government services at such a large scale. We should not allow 10% of our public debt, or whatever the amount is, to be dedicated to a single project that is also outsourced. We need to have control over what we do. To gain the benefits of a P3 project, it is critical that the civil or government authority enforce the terms of the contract rigorously, because it is by the terms of those contracts that we are gaining the supposed benefits that we're privatizing the risk. But when we are not willing to rigorously enforce the terms of the contract in terms of delivering materials at a specified price by a specified date, in terms of cost overruns being borne by the contractor, in terms of design, perhaps design oversights being borne by the contractor. If a P3 process is designed properly, then if the contractor takes those costs, then yes, we can benefit. And unfortunately, when you have a limited contracting base, as we do, there's not very many general contractors in our province. The thing about having a long-term contract like this, it's, over decades. Will there be the same ownership of this particular, who are we dealing with ultimately over a time span of decades? Will it be the same people? Will we end up doing business with another conglomerate that buys out this conglomerate, for example? Unfortunately, the governing party that was involved in this, they have, a very heavy, large amount of support, and people have not been really that interested in looking into it.